Hey, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do, family. Hey, man, listen, I didn't promise I was going to do a video. I said I might. All right. So I'm doing another video. You feel me? So we're going to get into a bill real quick. We're going to talk about a couple of things, man, from a different perspective. All right. A different, some information that I think is pertinent, to the masses. All people need to know these things. So I'm gonna, give you guys some time to get into the build. All right, so we could do this. Once again, giving thanks to the Great Spirit, giving thanks to my ancestors. Just thank you for allowing me, to be a vessel to bring information to my people. You did. Had me a little something to eat. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Like I said, all right. We be clubbing, all right? Saturday night. This is all about getting information, the new type of club, right? So I'm gonna give you guys some time to get into the live feed, and we can make this happen. You feel me? So go ahead, take get that link and post it, on your Facebook, your social medias. Get as much people in as possible because we're gonna talk about some things, man. We have to really know what's going on and know what we are dealing with. All right. For real, for real, for real. So I'm gonna get right into the build, and I'm gonna share my screen. I'm not even gonna wait too long. I was trying to at least see if a couple of people could come into the chat, but I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait a little bit. Let me just take that link and put it on my Facebook real quick. All right. Give me a second while I give you guys some time to chime in. Okay. Put that on the FB right now. Man. All right, cool. So how many people we got? All right, peace and love, peace and love. My sister Onyx summarizing what it is. I know some people probably went to the bar, probably went to the club, right? But anyway, for those of you that's not on the bill right now, I guess you're gonna have to catch it later. All right, okay, we are so cool. We got a few people. We got a few people jumping in right now. Comments. Here we are. Where we at with the comments? I don't see nothing coming in the chat. Okay. All righty. Hold on for a second. Let me just get these comments popping. I don't know what's going on here, but okay, cool. Man, I'm trying to. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. So just for those of you that's tuning in, let me just give you a quick shout out. All right, let people know you're there. All right, yep, there you go. Oh man, brother, Lazario, you already know. I gotta bring that heat, man. Gotta bring that heat to the people. Gotta let all people know what's going on, man. We gotta know. We gotta know what we are dealing with. All right. We gotta know what we're dealing with. So I'm about to drop some patents on y'all. Let y'all know the real. All right. Indeed. Non-stop, brother Will. You know how it is. All right. That's what's up. Okay. All right. No doubt. All right, brother Lazario. I may have to get you on the bill, fam. I'm gonna have to get you on the bill. So what I'm gonna do is, if you want, after I go through this little patents and all that, if you want to come on the bill, brother, just let me know. You know what I mean? So we could make this thing and bring that information to the people. But first, we're gonna get into the patent. All right. So let me share the screen. This channel right here is a truth serum. Dropping that information, man. Share the screen right here. All right. Hope you guys can see this. All right. We have the US patent. I know there's a slight delay, you know what I mean? For sure. Let me find it now in my files. All right, cool. All right, brother. While I'm going through all this, you know what I mean? By the time I'm done, hopefully you'll be ready. All right, cool. Bet. All right, so we have US patent. 6630507, the U.S. government's cannabis patent. All right. Like I told y'all before, they cannot patent anything natural. All right. Keep that in mind. So I keep telling y'all, the stuff that you're smoking is not herb. Is not herb. They cannot patent herb. My people, I'm letting y'all know what's going on. All right. All right. Y'all gonna learn, man. Y'all gonna learn. Greetings again. Greetings. All right. Y'all, and once again, I put all that stuff in the link so you could go ahead and do your research, do your due diligence. All right. Don't believe anything I say. Don't believe anything I say. Go look for the truth yourself. But I'm just giving you, the information to get you on your way. All right. But it's right here. Okay. US patent 6630507. The United States government cannabis patent. So even if you use cannabis or whether you use marijuana, it's still a patent word. And I'm gonna keep reiterating that. It is still a patent word. All right? All right, let's read. Because reading is fun for the mental. Okay? Marijuana has been a Schedule 1 drug in the United States since the Controlled Substance Act of 1970. Richard Nixon and his war on drugs didn't care about loads of evidence showing all the medicinal uses of cannabis. He simply wanted marijuana banned. There's a reason for that, okay? Because they had to put themselves in a position to monopolize the whole marijuana game. So they had to get enough time, okay, to go to the patents, all right? First, they got to make it illegal, all right? That will give them enough time to get a patent, because to get a patent on that, it's really technical, because for the most part, it's an herb, it's a plant that was given to the people by the Great Spirit, by Mother Nature. So they cannot patent that herb. So they had to make that illegal, all right, tell you it's illegal, so that they could find some ways to incorporate, okay, the herb into cannabis. And now, and then of course, cannabis and marijuana is interchangeable in terms of the name. So they had to give themselves enough time to do that. Okay. So once the patent, everything is done, all right, they're good to go. Now they reopen the market and they're selling you something that's supposed to be natural, but they're not selling you what's natural. They're selling you the patent product. They cannot sell you, I'm going to repeat myself, they cannot sell you herb, just like water. Okay, they're not going to sell you water that came from the earth that's pure. They have to put something in it. From the moment it goes into their container, it changes the whole dynamics of that natural water. The elements is not the same. All right, so let us read. In fact, it was the National Commission on Marijuana and Drug Abuse that Nixon himself hired to prove the dangers of cannabis, who ended up recommending cannabis instead of decriminalized based on the results of their findings. Unfortunately, the reasons for the banning of marijuana were not necessarily fair or logical. But here we are in 2019, and it is still a highly controversial, controlled substance. Throughout the years, as marijuana had been for rescheduling again and again, the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, continues to refuse regardless of studies showing marijuana's numerous benefits. The DEA's most recent refusal to reschedule marijuana happened in 2016. For the record, a Schedule 1 drug is one that has no current accepted medicinal value in the United States. That's where we are at with marijuana currently, which seems ludicrous. Ludicrous, especially considering that opioids have created an unprecedented crisis in the country for all the harm they cause. Still, opioids are more useful than marijuana in the eyes of the government. All this isn't really news. We know the national government has long been ignoring the benefit of marijuana that countless studies have shown. What is curious, however, is that despite keeping marijuana a Schedule 1 drug, the United States Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, has a patent on certain parts of the marijuana plant. All right, patent number 6,630,507 covers. Okay, the potential use of the non-psychoactive cannabinoids to protect the brain from damage or degradation caused by certain diseases such as psychosis. The patent also covers cannabinoids that useful in treating things like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and HIV dementia. How can it be that the government keeps cannabis a Schedule 1 drug while at the same time having a patent on the plant for its medicinal uses? Is this utter hypocrisy, or are we missing something? To be clear, the HHS does not have a patent on marijuana as a whole. The patent covers only parts of the plant, including the natural and synthetic non-psychoactive cannabinoids, including cannabinoid, my fault for butchering the word, cannabidiol, okay, CBD, as most cannabis-friendly folks know as this point, does not get anyone high. It is for this reason it seems there is some kind of loophole that has permitted patent number 6,630,507 to go through. All right, so what it is, okay? The only reason, like I said, they had to do enough research, and they found a part of the plant that doesn't get you high. That's the only way they could have gotten the patent. So what they do is they have to take other ingredients, other unnatural ingredients, and mix it with that and tell you that you are smoking the herb, but you are not smoking the herb. You are smoking something from the plant, all right? A certain aspect of the plant or characteristic of the plant that don't get you high. Now read this again. I put it in the description below. So what's getting you high right now? It is not coming from the herb, okay? It is something that they add to it that's getting you high. So y'all are not getting a natural high. Man, my brothers and sisters, y'all better know what's going on, okay? The high that you are getting, it is not natural. It is not natural, all right? Let's read a little bit more. How the United States government first got a patent on cannabis. Back in 1999, 3 scientists from the National Institute of Mental Health, Hampson, Alex Lloyd, and Grimaldi, filed for the patent number 6,630,507. In 2003, the HHS gave them their patent. It's part of the large government agency, the National Institute on Drug Abuse, NIDA. NIDA is notorious for their anti-marijuana stance, publishing lots of studies that show marijuana is very bad. Perhaps the fact that there are more than 20,000 studies that have shown marijuana's positive medical effects is what led to NIDA granting this marijuana patent, especially since it only covers CBD, the non-psychoactive elements of the plant, for treating neurological conditions. So that's what they got the patent on. All right, that's what they got. The CBD, it's a non-psychoactive element of the plant. All right, so they say that part of the plant is not gonna damage your brain. All right, but for them to give you the high, they have to genetically engineer the part that gets you high, and they call it marijuana. All right, pay attention to the game. It also states that any cannabinoid that acts through receptors such as THC is not covered. Still, issuing the patent in the first place seems to be contradict marijuana being a Schedule 1 drug, seeing that the schedule itself, it meant for substances that are dangerous and not useful for medical purposes in any way. As time passes, cannabis research provides more and more peer reviewed evidence that marijuana is effective in treating a vast array of medical issues, including cancer, glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, chronic pain, arthritis, asthma, insomnia, depression, and epilepsy. What's more, it is also less expensive and less dangerous than many drugs currently used to treat many of those conditions. It makes sense that the patent for marijuana would be issued to create a better quality of life for people afflicted with any of these conditions. What does not make sense is why it is still a Schedule 1 drug. Why is cannabis still so illegal despite this patent? The National Institute of Health hires about 6,000 PhD scientists to oversee all the studies in its institutions. If a notable discovery is made, the decision must be made about whether to file a patent. Patent number 6,630,507 was granted as a result of research showing the possibility that parts of the cannabis plant, those that are non-psychoactive, are effective in the treatment of neurological diseases. Because relief from these diseases via the cannabis plant is possible without getting high from the THC, the patent was granted. The patent does not say there is proof that treating using cannabinoids is effective. That would require laboratory purification and synthesis of the compound, not to maintain lots of animals and human testing, plus being approved by the FDA once all that is done, like what has happened with Epidiolex. I don't know what that is. In other words, the patent was granted because at the time it was applied for, there was a possibility that it could be effective and worthy of further research. In the meantime, the government has kept its potential largely hidden from the public and classified as a Schedule 1 drug. Green in more places than one. That patent has a bit more complexity than just looking into the medical possibilities of certain parts of cannabis plant. However, the government may have more than just public health in mind when this patent went through. There's lots of money to be made in the event that elements of the cannabis plant do provide effective medical treatment. In fact, the amount of money that certain firms could come into as a result of patent number 6,630,507 is no small sum. This begs the question, who exactly is set to be making money of this deal? Life Sciences Inc. is a company based in New York. They obtained a license from the NIH in 2011 to use some of the patent's technology. What they want to do is develop a CBD-based medicines to treat hepatic encephalopathy. I don't know what that is. A form of brain damage. Okay. As such, Life can now use the patented technology for research. In the event that they develop successful drug, Life CEO Dean Picanes mentioned the government would get a huge percentage of sales that could result in six-figure royalties. If the government has known about these potential benefits of parts of the cannabis plant, why did they deny the rescheduling of the marijuana in 2016? Keeping marijuana a Schedule 1 drug makes it harder for other research to be done, which benefits Life and the US government financially. So as you could see, man, this is all about, money. All right, keep that in mind. Before 2016, Life was the only company with a license to a piece of the patent. That changed when GW Pharmaceuticals also got its own piece of the patent as it completed its new drug application for Epidiolex. Epidiolex is a drug developed using CBD to treat seizures. Upon approval, the drug could earn upwards of $2.2 billion a year. $2.2 billion a year. Seeing that the government will receive royalties from that as well, it raises questions about the real reason marijuana has been kept a Schedule 1 drug. With the legalization across many US states in recent years, companies have been both applying for and getting approval for patents using cannabis like CBD to make medicine for a variety of medicinal conditions. In 2018, in 2018, the US Patent and Trademark Office issued 39 patents which contained the words marijuana or cannabis in their summaries. In 2017, that number was 29, and in 2016, only 14. Those patents are for different uses of cannabinoids. Then patent number 6,630,507, those still completely leaving out THC. Patent number 6,630,507 expires on April 21st, 2019. After that, using the cannabinoids outlined in the patent will be fair game for everyone, though any drug created will still have to be approved by the FDA. All right. So let me just stop sharing here for a second and let's just summarize. Okay. So as we could see, right, we have to realize what's going on. You see what I'm saying? What these people do is they keep this thing a big secret and they open the markets. All right. The patent market, they open it for their people and they get all they get all the patents, and anything that's created from that drug, as you could hear, they get royalties also to the US government. Keep in mind, the United States corporation, right? They get royalties. So once again, all right, once again, the herb, you're not smoking herb. You're smoking a patent word called cannabis and or marijuana. That's what it is. You are not smoking the natural herb that the Most High gave to the people for the healing of the nation. You got to keep that in mind. All right. So I just want you to know what's going on, because I know a lot of you like to get high. And I'm not here trying to tell you what to do. I'm just letting you know what's happening. This is not the real stuff. So be very mindful with that. And once again, that information is in the description below. So by all means, go ahead and do your own research. All right. Now, let me see from the article. All right. It says articles of incorporation filed. Let me mark that down. All right. Articles of incorporation. Incorporation filed 7/15/1925. All right. I'll look that up when I'm done. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So this is just pretty much talking about marijuana and cannabis. All right. Let's go to the other patent. Okay. All right. Let us go to the other patent. All right. Let me share my screen again. Don't be surprised, but I'm telling you, man, don't be surprised. Like, y'all don't realize. They say what? The United States was built on small businesses. It's a corporation. This is not personal. All right. This is all about liabilities. Okay. And I mean, assets and liabilities. That's all it is. All right. It's interesting. Makes so much sense. Right? If the United States is patented, then it only makes sense that whatever they approve and comes up. Yep. There you go. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because they cannot patent nothing natural. What people don't realize is this, right? Yeah. Email it to me, brother. I think you already got my email, right? What people don't realize is that, all right, like brother Lazario was saying, it's de facto. All right, the corporation is a de facto. So anything, a corporation cannot own anything that's natural. All right, keep that in mind. So they have to create something that's unnatural. It's the same thing they did with the people. They cannot own the natural man and woman. So they have to create another version on you. That means an unnatural person, a legal person. Y'all got to peep the game, man. Peep the game. All right. Let us go to the next patent right now. Let me share my screen. I mean, I know that shouldn't surprise y'all, but, let's get into it. All that stuff is in the link below as well. All right. All right. Here goes the other patent. US patent 4647773A. All right here, United States. All right, it says what? Method of continuous production of retroviruses HTLV-3 in Roman letters from patients with what? AIDS and pre-AIDS. Abstract. A cell system is disclosed for the reproducible, all right, for the reproducible detection and isolation of human T lymphotropic retroviruses HTLV family with cytopathic effects HTL Roman numeral 3 from patients with the acquired immune deficiency syndrome AIDS, pre-AIDS, and in the healthy careers. One neoplastic aneuploid all those words are foreign to me. I'm not a medical student, so please forgive me if I'm butchering the words, all right? T-cell line derived from an adult with lymphoid leukemia and termed HT was susceptible to infection with the new variant of HTLV, which are transformed and providing T cell populations which are highly susceptible and permissive from HTLV numeral letter 3, number 3, and convenience for large scale production, isolation, and biological detection of the virus. Okay, that is give me a second here, come down here a little bit. Current United States Health and Human Services, Secretary of Department of the United States Department of Health and Human Services. This is what? This is the patent number right here. All right, the inventor. That's the inventor of the AIDS virus, Robert C. Gallo Milkolas Popovich. Okay? Inventor. Now, I don't want to be out here, spreading any type of false information. So based on what they're saying, okay, he's the inventor. All right. Let me see if I could click on that real quick to see if something is going to come up to see who this dude is. So we just clicked on his name and see what happens. Okay. Now I just clicked on his names and it says what? Human immunodeficiency viruses associated with acquired immune deficiency. Retroviruses associated with acquired immune, including that's isolated from the sera of patients afflicted with the virus. Okay, extracted from a protein. So he's the one basically that they're saying is the inventor. Okay. So, man, this is crazy. All right. Know what you're dealing with. Know what system that you're dealing with. All right. This is not a game out here. Okay. It's not a game out here, man. The inventor is this dude, and it says worldwide application. All right. Worldwide application. They have the application, the US, all the dates right here, the event. Info, patent, citations, non-patent citations. Let's read a little bit. Description. And once again, man, forgive me for, butchering all the words, all right? Because like I said, I'm not a medical student, all right? The present invention describes, once again, it's an invention. So AIDS was invented. All that stuff about, oh, well, AIDS come from animal and people sleeping with animals, that's not true. It was invented. Here we go again, description. The present invention described a cell system for the reproducible detection and isolation of human T lymphotropic retroviruses. I already read that. Background invention. I already read that first part. So let's read the background invention. The disclosure of this invention is contained in the following journal articles. Gallo et al. Et al means and others. All right. Detection, isolation, and continuous production of cytopathic human T lymphotropic retroviruses from patients with AIDS and pre-AIDS, science is in press and Gallo et al. Human lymphotropic retroviruses isolated from AIDS patients. Anyway, it seems I'm reading the same thing over and over again, but I downloaded a PDF, all right, to give you guys more detail on that. I put the PDF in the link below, all right, so y'all could do the reading on your own because I'm here butchering all the words, and I'm not trying to do that right now. I just want to make sure you are aware that that stuff it did not come from animals. It was created, okay? It was invented, and that stuff was put in our neighborhoods, okay? What they didn't realize was that it was going to spread to everybody else. You feel me? The United States patent, Gallo et al. Patent number right here. Okay? Date of patent, watch. March 3rd, 1987. Even before it was patent, they put that in our neighborhoods. That was the test run to see how effective it was. That's what they always do. Same thing with marijuana. Okay? So keep that in mind. The method of continuous production of retroviruses, HTLV-1111, which is Roman numeral 3, from patients with AIDS and pre-AIDS. Robert C. Gallo, Mikolas Popovich, both of Bethesda, MD. I guess that stands for Maryland. The United States of America, all right, as represented by the Department of Health and Human Services, Washington, D.C. That's the assignee. All right. So the inventor is this dude. Okay. And the assignee, all right, is who assigns, right? The assignee is the United States of America, represented by the Department of Health and Human Services. Okay. Washington, D.C. Notice the portion of the term of this patent subsequent to May 28, 2002 has been disclaimed. All right. And they have all the dates there. They have all the publications, reference cited US patent documents. Okay. I put that information in the link for y'all. And they're just basically breaking down the same thing that I read earlier. I'm not going to read it again because, like I said, I ain't trying to break down all these words, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm definitely gonna that's in the link for you guys, so you go ahead and take your time and read that. All right, statement of deposit. Okay, man, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. You see what kind of world we live in, fam? You see what kind of world we live in? But anyway, I put all that in the link for y'all, but y'all could see what it is. Okay. Now let me see the articles of incorporation. They doing some crazy things, man. They doing some crazy stuff. Let me see if I could get that information bro sent me, so I could get it for you guys. So just so you know, marijuana, brother Lazario, I don't have. You said you emailed it to me. I didn't get it. So let me put my email in the link again. I just sent you my email, so let me send it to me again. All right. But I just wanted to bring a couple of things to y'all attention, man, for real, because we got to know what these people are doing to us. You see what I'm saying? We got to know what these people are doing. All that stuff is about business. All right. Pharmaceuticals is about business. So don't let them tell you they don't have a remedy. Okay. Don't let them tell you they don't have a remedy for the AIDS virus they created in a lab. It did not come from an animal. All right. Hence, Dr. Sebi. Okay. Dr. Sebi, what? Dr. Sebi had a remedy. And what happened to him? All right. So just so y'all know, man, there's a remedy for all of that. There is a remedy. Okay. Because it's not natural. It was made. So therefore, nature got a remedy for it. However, you know, when you deal with the holistic approach. You cannot use the term cure, because if you use the term cure, cure is another patent word. So you see how they have things locked down? You cannot use the word cure. However, you could use remedy. All right. So nature has a remedy for everything. Keep that in mind. Okay, because they patent a lot of these English words, so you can't use it. Okay. Let me check my email real quick to see if I get it. Yeah. Let me see. And in the meantime, while I'm waiting for that, let me go look it up. Articles of incorporation filed. Give me a second here, guys. Let me just look for this. All right. Let me look for this real quick, because I know he's gonna send it to my email. But let me just see what I find here so far. If I find anything. All right. Articles of incorporation. Articles of incorporation filed 7/15/1925. Online incorporation filing state business. Articles of incorporation. Alrighty. Okay, so that's the incorporation of the. All right, here we go. I think I found it. I think. It says scan retina resource for the people. All right, the US Corp, Articles of Incorporation. Articles of Incorporation filed page. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Okay, man. Let me just bring that up some more. Give me a second here. All right, cool. All right, it says Articles of Incorporation, United States Corporation. The name of the corporation is United States Corporation. All right, this nature of the business and the option. Then okay, there we go. I think I got it. All right, so let's share it. Articles of Incorporation. Okay, send. He said he sent. All right, let me see if because I just got it. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna share it with the fam. Thanks a lot, brother. Let me just share. Oh yeah, that's the same thing I just pulled up. All right, I pulled it up on the net. All right, for sure, for sure. All right, so I'm gonna share the screen and we're gonna just read a bit a little bit. Here we go. Okay. Articles of incorporation. So once again, like it literally, when they tell you in Title 20, I think it's Title 28, Section 3002, when you go to Section 15A, it tells you the United States is what? A federal corporation. So here's the Articles of Incorporation right here. All right. Here we go. So come up here. There we go. US Corp, Articles of Incorporation. And when it was filed in 1925, okay. Articles of Incorporation filed. 7 pages. Articles of Incorporation, United States Corporation Company. All right, it's a company. All right. The name of the corporation is what? The United States Corporation Company. 2, the nature of the business and objects and purposes proposed to be what's that? Transacted, promoted, or carried on by the corporation are as follows: to prepare or cause to be prepared and procure to be filed, recorded, registered, published, issued, or granted in accordance with law. Articles or certificates of incorporation applications for letters, patent, charters, and other instruments relating to the incorporation and organization of corporation and joint stock companies. All right, you hear that? People got shares in the United States, man. Y'all better realize what's going on. Want to give thanks to brother Jarvis Fields for supporting the super chat. Thanks a lot, family. Definitely will give you a highlight on that. Good looking. All right. To prepare or cause, pay attention. To prepare or cause, to be prepared, and to procure, to be filed, recorded, registered, published, issued or granted certificates, reports, statements, application for licenses to do business or other instruments in relation to domestic and foreign corporations, companies, or associations. Okay, let me bring that up some more so you guys can see it a little bigger. Okay, because this is not a game here, right? To provide and maintain domiciliary and other offices and facilities for corporations, companies, and associations, and to act as an agent in charge thereof, and upon whom process against or any official notices to any such corporation, company, or association may be served or given, and for any other lawful purpose. To act as the fiscal or transfer agent of or registrar of the stock or securities, all right, issued by any public or private corporation, and in such capacity to receive, disperse money, and to transfer, register, countersign, issue, and deliver certificates of stock, bonds, or evidence of indebtedness, and to act as agent of any corporation, foreign or domestic, for any lawful purposes. So once again, they cannot deal with living people. They have to make you a corporation because it's a big business. Once again, the United States was what? Was built on small businesses. Who is the small business? You. Not the living child, the one that was created on the certificate of live birth. That's a small business. It's a mini corporation. Okay? Facts. To carry on the business of an appraisal and audit company, and in connection therewith, to make examinations and appraisals of the business and property of corporations and individuals, to examine and audit their books and accounts, and to make reports and certificates is in respect thereof. So the IRS deals as what? The ones that they are the accountants. Okay, they get to audit you. They get to, to balance your books. All right, either you're going to be a debtor or you're going to be a creditor. They are the accountants. All right, they're the ones that's handling your business for you because you're a mini corporation. Okay, to publish and deal in books, periodicals, pamphlets, legal forms, and blanks of all kinds, to acquire by purchase or otherwise, and to hold for investment or otherwise to use, sell, lease, or dispose of real estate and real property, and any interest, estate, or rights therein. To acquire by purchase, subscription, or otherwise, and to hold for investment or otherwise, and to use, sell, or dispose of shares of stock, bonds, or any other obligations of securities of any corporation, domestic or foreign, to aid in any manner any corporation whose share of stock, bonds, or other obligations are held, or in any manner guaranteed by the company, or in which the company is in any way interested. All right? So you have a company, and you have to make sure that your company is being ran well. And you have to make sure that the big company, all right, supports your little company because they're the parent company. And they don't want to see their little corporations, do bad. So once you come into the knowledge, all right, you know that you have to set up your business accordingly. You see what I'm saying? Not the business. You are not the business. You're just the one operating the business. But you're thinking you're the business. That's the problem. All right? I hope what I'm saying is making sense. And to do any other acts or things for the preservation, protection, improvement, or enhancement of the value of any such shares of stock, bonds, or other obligations, or to do any acts or things designed for any such purposes. And while owner of any such share of stock, bonds, or other obligations, to exercise all the rights, powers, and privileges of ownership thereof, and to exercise any and all voting powers therein. All right? And we'll go to Minnesota Court Rule 220 to kind of validate what we are talking about. All right? To acquire any, purchase, or otherwise, and to hold, own, use, grant licenses in respect to or otherwise turn, account, or dispose of any copyrights, trademarks, inventions, patents, rights, and letters, patents of the United States or of any other country. The business of the corporation is from time to time to do one or more of the acts and things herein set forth, and it may conduct business in the state of Florida, other states, the District of Columbia, the territories and the colonies of the United States, and foreign countries have one or more offices out of the state of Florida, and hold purchase, mortgage, and convey real and personal property within or without of the state of Florida. Now you know why Florida is always a swing state. It's a crazy state, like there's always a situation. Well, Florida is a major player. If you're in Florida, you'll realize, yes, in other states, they deal with indigenous people, you know, harshly sometimes. But in Florida, man, it's ruthless because the business got to run. Okay, keep that in mind. The maximum number of shares which this corporation is authorized to have outstanding at any time is 100. 100 each of which shares shall have a par value of $100. All right, $100. Let me read that again. The maximum number of shares which this corporation is authorized to have outstanding at any time is 100, each of which shares shall have a par value of $100. 4. The amount of the capital with which the corporation will begin business is $500. So the United States started off with only $500. The corporation is to have perpetual existence. Okay, let us go to what perpetual means, because y'all got to realize what was, you know, all this is an extension of the papal bull. All right, the Black Christian codes, perpetual slavery. Let's go look at what perpetual is. All right, let's go take this out, because when I break things down, I like to break things down to open up your mind to see what it is. Okay, definition of perpetual.
Here's the definition of perpetual: never ending or changing.
You hear that? Never ending or changing. So perpetual existence. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's literally time immemorial slavery. Same. So that's an extension of the papal bull, where they say on this land, the American Indians, all right, will be put into perpetual slavery through religion, through education, through all their institutions. Once again, I'm going to read it. Like I said, I'm not making this up. Number 5, the corporation is to have what? Perpetual existence. So based on the articles of incorporation, the corporation, the United States said, listen, man, we are going to be here for perpetual existence. All right. Number 6, the principal office of the corporation shall be located in the Centennial Building, Tallahassee, Leon County. All right, Tallahassee, Leon County. Number 7, the number of directions shall be 3. The number of directors shall be 3. Number 8, the name of the directors who shall hold office for the first year of the corporation's existence or until their successors are elected and have qualified, and their post office addresses are as follows. Okay, names. Post office addresses: Harry O. Oakland, 150 Broadway, New York, New York. Samuel B. Howard, 150 Broadway, New York, New York. Arthur W. Britton, 150 Broadway, New York, New York. All right. It says, number 9, the names and post office addresses of the subscribers of this certificate and the number of shares of stock which each agrees to take as follows. All right. Now, let us look at we're gonna look and see who that individual is. We could find them. Harry O. What is that? I think it's Coughlin, Coughlin, 150 Broadway, and that's New York, New York. All right. Let's see if we could pull that individual up and see what's gonna come up. Harry, I think it's Coughlin. I think that's it. Coughlin. Harry Coughlin, Kings County. All right. The living Raphael memorizes Harry's life with photos and stories about him and Coughlin history, family crest. Let's see if that's the same individual. All right. I don't know. We're just gonna do a little reading right now. All right. We're investigating right now. Okay. Let's really see who owns this. It's okay. It's not coming up. Biography. Let me see if that's the same individual. Let's read the biography a little bit. All right, with today's technology, all right, all right. So we have most commonly known Coughlin. It says education. All right. First name Harry. All right. What we had? Nicknames. I'm trying to see male. He says, "Do you know?" All right, they're not showing the birth, so I'm not sure if that's the individual, but I was just trying to see, if I could see who that culprit is, but no dice on that. All right, but it seems like it's him though. It seems like it's him. Oakland's Commercial, 254 Nassau Street. All right, but anyway, let's go back to that. All right, let us read some more. It says the names, post office addresses, number of shares. You have Louis H. Gunther, 100. So you have 2 shares. Samuel B. Howard, 2 shares, and Arthur W. Britton has 1 share. All right. Number 10. The directors and stockholders shall have power to hold their meetings and to have 1 or more offices and to keep the books of the corporation except the original or duplicate stock ledger outside of the state of Florida at such place or places as from time to time may be designated by the bylaws or by resolution of the board. The directors shall also have power without the assent or vote of the stockholders to make and alter bylaws of the corporation to fix the times for the declaration and payment of dividends, and to fix and vary the amount to be reserved as working capital, to determine the use and disposition of any surplus or net profits over and above the capital stock paid in, and in their discretion, the directors may use and apply any such surplus or accumulated profits in the purchasing or acquiring the bonds or other obligations or shares of the capital stock of the corporation to such extent and in such manner and upon such terms as the director shall deem expedient, but shares of such capital stock so purchased or acquired may be resold unless such shares shall have been retired for the purpose of decreasing the corporation's capital stock as provided by law. We, the undersigned, being each of the original subscribers to capital stock hereinfore named, do hereby associate for the purpose of establishing a corporation pursuant to the corporation law, state of Florida, 1925. Y'all see why Florida is such key? Witness our hands and seal this 7th day of July, 1925, in the presence of whoever. They got the 3 signatures right there. State of New York, County of New York, July 7th, AD, 1925. Personally appeared before me, that's the notary public, in for New York County, duly authorized to take acknowledgement, Louis H. Gunther, Samuel B. Howard, and Arthur B. Britton, to be known and known to me to be the persons described in who executed the foregoing instrument, who each acknowledged to be that he executed the same freely and voluntarily as for his act and deed for the use and purpose therein expressed. Witness my hand and official seal the day and year in the certificate first above written at New York City, blah, 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 blah. All right, that was March 30th, 1927. All right, give thanks to my brother Lazario for sending that information. Let me just come back to the feed right now. Brothers and sisters, man, so y'all peep the game, man, what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Peep the game, what's going on. All right? That's how we became enslaved, fam. Through the Articles of Incorporation. I want to give thanks to brother Jarvis. You know what I mean? Thank you for, for supporting the super chat. Very much appreciated, fam. You know what I mean? Thank you. All right? And for those of you again who, wish to support, by all means, feel free to do so, man, because, it's just a matter of, like I said, dropping information to open up the minds of the people. You feel me? That's what it's about. A lot of people are still in denial, you know what I mean? But y'all got to pay attention and see what's going on. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta know, man. All right. So what I'm going to do now, just to validate that, all right, we've seen the Articles of Incorporation, which I've shown you this before. All right. So I'm going to share the screen again. Before I do, let me just go look for this real quick. So now we're just going to bring everything into full circle, all right, just to solidify what we are talking about, okay? And then and even if I showed you guys Minnesota Court Rule 220, I'm just going to show it to you again real quick, all right? And let me go here and just pull this up. So I want to open up my browsers so that when I come back and I share the screen, it will be ready to go, all right? Minnesota Court Rule 220, which I already explained in videos. So I'm not going to go over the whole thing. I'm just going to show y'all again, just to validate everything that, that's being shared here in this build. All right. Okay. All right. Beautiful. So let me come back and share the screen again. Where we at? Right here. Share the screen. Boom. Share screen. Share the screen. All right. So just to, again, validate and verify everything that the Articles of Incorporation was talking about, right? That was, in 1925. All right. But it was brought before the notary in 1927. All right. Here we go. All right. Title 28, U.S. Code, Section 3002. And when we go all the way down to 15, it tells you what? United States means what? A federal corporation. All right. We just read the Articles of Incorporation. So you see, they have to tell you the truth. But you see, the thing is that information wasn't exposed to our people. It's there. It's public information. So this is just strictly for educational purposes. I'm just showing you that it's there. Okay. It's there. You just have to do the research. So I'm not making this up. You saw the Articles of Incorporation. Now we go into their own codes telling you what? It's a federal corporation. And now let's go just to validate, talking about, the investors. You are an investor. You are a partner. You got shares in the corporation. All right. Your social security number is your number to show your proof that you got shares. Okay. To show that you have shares in the corporation. You support all these investors. You have beneficial interests. All these investors, you know what I'm saying? That's making all this money within the corporation, the United States corporation. How come we're not getting a piece of that? Because we definitely have interests, because we are partners. So therefore, if you are a partner in the business, then the business cannot prosecute you. Where they do that at? Huh? It's like you having a corporation, and you go into the lunchroom, the refrigerator, and you say, like, you took a sandwich, and they want to fire you, but you're the boss. You see what I'm saying? They're not supposed to take a living man or woman into their courts. So what they're doing, all right, they're literally taking that mini corporation and they're saying, hey, listen, you're not following the guidelines of the big corporation. I'm gonna give you a typical example. All right, you have the founding company, Ronald McDonald, right? And you have all the franchises. They have bylaws, and everybody's supposed to go by what they say. And if one of the franchises, mess up, they could get fined for that. You feel me? It's the same thing. So let us go to the Minnesota court rule. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what I mean, which I've gone through this before, all right? But I'm just breaking it down again, all right? Rule of the birth certificate. The registrar of titles is authorized to receive for registration of memorials upon any outstanding certificate of a title on an official birth certificate pertaining to a registered owner named in said certificate of title showing the date of birth of said registered owner. So let me ask you a question. How is that you are the one that have a date of birth on the birth certificate, but you think that's you? No, you are one of the registered owners. Who else is a registered owner? Your mother and your father, if they are on your birth certificate, they are also owners, meaning that they have shares in the corporation. All right? That is your proof. All right? That you have, that's your certificate of incorporation that, hey, you know what? I got a piece of this. I have interest. So how is that my company is gonna what? Bring me into a court and abuse me? And I have shares in the company? Man, now y'all gotta peep the game, man. All right, peep the game. Providing there is what? An attached said birth certificate and affidavit of an affiant who states that he/she is familiar with the facts recited, stating that the party named in said birth certificate is the same party as one of the owners. Okay, one of the owners named in the said certificate of title. What's a synonym for title? Name. You see, if they had put title on your birth certificate, our parents would have gotten, whoa, what you mean title? But they have to use name, which is the same thing. So when they register the name, the title, they gave up ownership of that company. Okay? And that thereafter the registrar of titles shall treat said registered owner as having attained the age of the majority at the date of 18 years after the date of birth shown by said certificate. Essentially, in layman's terms, what they're saying is that you are one of the owners on the birth certificate. It's not you. It's not you. And how can I prove it again? I have proved this on many occasions. All right? It's not you. You are one of the owners. Okay? You are a shareholder. All right? You are an investor. So once you attain the age of 18, you're supposed to say, well, hey, you know what? I'm one of the owners with an affidavit. All right. I am one of the owners. And you have knowledge of, it says what? You have that he or she is familiar with the facts recited. So you know exactly what you're talking about. at the age of 18, you have to declare that, yes, I know I'm one of the owners. Okay? So I just wanted to show you guys that again, to see everything that we are talking about, how coherent it is. Okay? Let's go back here now. Now check this out. How can I prove it again that the birth certificate is not you? Very, 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 very simple. Okay? Exercise. If a police officer pull you over, all right, may I have a form of identity? Well, not even pull you over. You walking, right? You walking in the streets, and the police pull you over and say, hey, you know what? Somebody did something, and it fits your description. Do you have any form of identification? All right. Now you're gonna give the, and I showed you guys this before. All right, we're just reiterating this. Okay, and you do this, and you give this to the officer. That's your form of that's your identification. All right. How is the officer going to validate that's you? It's only a piece of paper with information. How does he know? It could be somebody else's birth certificate. So therefore, it's not a form of ID. Okay, it's not a form of ID. The name that's on there, okay, you are the owner of that name. So instead of you saying that you are the owner, you going around talking about that's you. That's the problem. And a lot of our people are getting jammed up in this legal system because we were not taught that. See, they don't teach you that stuff in school. The pastors don't teach you that. You got to come here to get stuff like this. So instead of all these fools out there arguing, well, arguing is good, but debating and spreading rumors and propaganda, they're supposed to be teaching our people these things. You feel me? So like that's why I said I have to stay the course, because you know I'm actually on an order, all right, to give my people that information, to enlighten my people, to liberate my people. Because you have to know what transpired. You have to know what's going on. If you don't know, you're going to continue to give your children up as commodity, okay? As capital. We got to stop that. All right? We got to stop that, man. So, man, this is not a game, man. This is real. This is real. You see in the articles of incorporation, all right? It says what? Perpetual existence, meaning that your children, and their children will always be in the same position. Their children will always be in the same position, and our children will always be in the same position. If we as a people, as the original people of this land, if we don't stand up, okay, man, perpetual slavery, man. Yep. Well, now you see, my sister Julia, is how you deal with things. You see what I'm saying? Is how you deal with things. Like I tell people, I don't get pulled over by the police and get belligerent. I don't do that. Okay? I articulate myself very well. And if the officer feel like, you know what, I still want to give you a ticket just because I could do that, well, you know what? Do what you got to do, mister. But when I go before the court, I'm gonna handle that situation. You feel me? Because I'm not gonna, antagonize a man with a gun. I'm not gonna do that. So I suggest that y'all don't do that. You feel me? But you have to know your rights. You have to know your rights. You feel me? You have to. So we as the indigenous people of this land, all right, we have to, for those of us that want to come together, we got to come together. All right. We have to come together. All right. And everybody else that want to be on that other BS, leave them alone. We don't have to focus on that. We know what we got to do. Let's come together and do what we got to do to protect ourselves. You feel me? For real. Oh, I mean, I do commerce. So I do have a driver's license. I've said that in many videos. You know what I mean? You see what I mean? I mean, I tell people, man, I'm here to keep this 100, man. I don't play the games. I don't do this stuff. Well, oh well, you know, I'm not driving. I'm traveling and get punched in my head. I'm not gonna do that. No. All right. I have a driver's license for when I'm doing commerce. Okay, it's that simple. But if I'm not driving, I don't call it that. You feel me? So once again, man, you have to know how to articulate yourself. Okay, and as a distinct people, the indigenous people of the land, they are not supposed to force, all right, force their codes on us. They're not supposed to do that. All right, for real. Because one, yeah, we absolutely, brother Lazario, we have every right to create our own documents when our babies are manifested into this world. They're not supposed to force that on us. We have every right as indigenous people to do what our ancestors did. All right, a corporation shouldn't tell us what to do. Period. Okay. So just so y'all know. Okay. And exactly, like I said, yeah, man. I don't. For me, there you go. I always stay in honor. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I always stay in honor. I don't get into all the extra stuff with them. I don't do that. If you feel you want to violate my right, go ahead on the spot. I'm gonna deal with that later. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, just wanted to come and drop a little information for y'all. I hope it was helpful. You know, I know in the beginning, well, the part with the cannabis, that went smoothly. When it came to the part with the AIDS, all these medical terms, man, I was all over the place chopping this up. Like I was just butchering the words. So my apologies for that, please. All right, but I finally, came back on track. You know, when we got to the articles of incorporation, that's more my thing. You know, dealing with the legal aspect of things and history, that's more my thing. You know what I'm saying? So just to let y'all know, man, opening up your minds, letting you know what's going on, giving you the information. So if anybody else have anything to say, man, just I don't know if brother, Lazario want to jump on the bill real quick, but that's up to him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the business of the artist group word, but nah, man, I was a little hot, man. So I was like, you know what? Let me just put on a little tent top. But even talking about marriage too, man, that marriage certificate is a contract as well. So y'all gotta pay attention to that. All right? Y'all gotta pay attention to that. That's a contract as well. All right. So when anytime you have any one of those certificates, it is not about you. Okay, that's another contract as well. So stop allowing sisters, all right, to pull you into these people's jurisdiction, all right, with their certificates. All right. And sisters, stop allowing brothers to do that to you as well. All right, stop. You don't need a piece of paper to show that you're together. You don't need that. Okay, y'all could do your own thing. You could do that. That's what we did in our culture. All right. So I'm just saying, keep that in mind as well. Okay. Yeah. No doubt, family. No doubt. I hear that. But it's all good, man. One day, what I'm saying, you'll come on the bill. One day you'll come on the bill, man, and we'll just chop it up. All right. For real. Okay. For real. So look up, like even in your individual states where you are at, look up the articles of incorporation. You have to pull up these documents. You have to pull them up. Pull them up. All right. Pull them up and know what you are dealing with. So you would be more equipped, all right, to stand up. All right. Stand up as who we are, as the indigenous people of the land. All right. Let us not allow them to pull us into that BS, man. The abuse and the genocide of our people gotta stop. It gotta stop. All right. It gotta stop. And the only way it's gonna stop is if you educate yourself. That's the only way it's gonna stop. Educate yourself, study. That's what you gotta do. All right. For real. Okay. All right, no doubt, no doubt, brother Lazario. I mean, it's all good. Sometimes, you could come on, you ain't got to show your face, you could just do audio. But like I said, whenever you're ready, man, just know that the platform is here. And for anybody, like I said, who want to come and share information, with brothers and sisters, man, this platform is for us. All right. I just have the platform, but it's literally for us, for education and the enlightenment for people so we could bond, what I'm saying, build. Because that's what we have. That's what we have. You feel me? That's what we have. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope the information was valuable. We know for sure. I mean, even if you knew it, all right, knowing something and seeing it is something different when you have it in your mind. So now that you have seen the patent for cannabis and marijuana, you have seen the patent for AIDS. It was invented, okay, all right, and now you've seen the articles of incorporation. You saw the Title 28, sections 3002, section 15, United States equal what? Means federal corporation. And you saw Minnesota Court Rule 220 that tell you that you're one of the owners on the birth certificate. So if you're one of the owners, how could that be you? That's not you. You're just one of the owners. All right? So brothers and sisters, please go ahead and read over the information, digest the information, and use the information to protect your family. That's what this is all about. All right. I am tired of seeing our people get abused in the street because of the lack of knowledge. All right. For real. Okay. So thank you once more. And we definitely will talk another time. Tomorrow is Sunday. I may or may not do a few videos, which I always do anyway. But I'll see what other pieces of information I could get, and I'll come drop it to you guys. All right. So once again, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your sun rest. I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. All right. Peace and love.